Yo, it's your boy Nightmare coming back at you with a new creepypasta. This one is called Nurse Joy. And it's an extremely well written creepypasta, and it's extremely strange. After the reading, I'll tell you all about everything I think about it, but I'll start reading Nurse Joy. Ever wonder how there are these many Nurse Joys in the Pokemon games? We've all been told it's because they have a lot of sisters. But really? Is it genetically possible to have that many identical siblings? Well, you never know. But still, let me tell you the real reason. It's far too unreal and out of character if anyone knew her secret, but I found it out. I can tell you. It all starts when you walk into the Pokemon Center. You walk up to her and see her bright pink hair. You greet her. She has a pretty voice that wasn't actually pretty to start with. You may or may not have a talk. She takes your Pokemon, turns around, heals them, then gives them back. It's the normal routine. Most likely she'll be all nice and caring through the whole process. Give or take the personality, because supposedly each one has its own unique personality. What you don't know is she's installed a tracking device in your Pokeballs. All 6 of them in case one falls off. Why? When you enter the building, she needed to be perfect. She knew you had all the characteristics for the job. But she's still a new trainer. The less known, the better. Anyway, she keeps you tracks and alert the other Nurse Joys you might encounter. That way you can get to one of them. Well, let's just say so they can care for you. However, if one Nurse Joy sees a trainer they want and stays the center to sleep over, their real fun begins. You're assigned a room, most likely a room near the back of the Poke Center. Can I take your Pokemon to another room so they can be healed and rested? She may ask. Say no. Just say no. It's their way to isolate you. All of your belongings can go to a drawer so you can lock it and keep it safe while you sleep. She says in her voice, but it will soon not love. The Joys do this to keep you unarmed. Of course, you trust these kind nurses, so all your items go into the drawer and she gives you a lock. Good night. Please enjoy your rest. She tries to comfort you, but if you look closely, you may notice her fake face. She has, because almost always they are full of excitement before the procedure happens. Can you guess the real reason now? If yes, then well done. If not, keep reading. At about midnight, usually when it's all dark and no living thing is up and about, except for our loving and sadistic nurse, it all begins. The door to your room gently opens. There's no squeak or creaking noise because she was smart enough to oil the door, so no sound is made when it opens. She comes in with a gurney, one of those medical stretchy things that they carry injured people with. Her face is not sweet anymore, but more devilish. She enjoys this ritual. She loves it. The rush, the adrenaline she gets, the red glow in her eyes as if she's possessed by the devil himself. Although you're sound asleep, she doesn't take any chances. She takes out a needle. It's not a spray. It's a liquid form of sleep powder. In a very high dose. An ounce can keep you asleep for, say, 2 hours. The needle is 10 ounces. So about 20 hours. She needs all the time she can to get the procedure to be successful. So you're knocked out on a gurney, being pushed into a hall. That room has been disguised as the nurse's only room. If you ever somehow manage to see inside, what you'll see, severed limbs and appendages of different sizes and jars. Only ones that didn't transform properly. There are also testicles, yes, she cuts them off. She drags the male body underneath a saw tool that slices them off. She doesn't mind the bleeding. Actually, she collects it through the drains and jars. For when she needs a drink. After all, Joyce needs a constant supply of blood. Now her next part's her favorite. Joy takes out a knife and slices it down the base of your neck to your groin. She does it very gently because she enjoys it, and if you were to wake up, you can suffer slowly. At this point, Joy's hair is not so neat. It's covered with blood. Her face is completely changed. Her pupils completely blood red, and her teeth have suddenly grown a bit, causing them to look like fangs. No, she's not a vampire. Well, she could be, but that's not the point. Joy then has a smile of a mix of a clown and a demon because she takes out a bottle with of serum with a special DNA molecules in it. Joy DNA molecules to be exact. But before she does anything with it, Joy takes out all of your organs, except for a couple like your heart and your brain. She stitches your open incision, but it's not a decent job. After all, it won't matter. The serum needs to be directly poured into the brain for it to work, so naturally the Joy takes out a saw. A regular old saw, and slice your skull just enough for the brain to be showing. The serum is poured, and after a few minutes your body is becoming more Joy-like. The heart and brain are revived, while new organs, Joy organs, grow in the empty cavities of your body. All your cuts are healed, and as if you had perfect skin. When the process is complete, you wake up the next day working, and you want to work at a Poke Center. Anywhere would do, but you also have DNA molecules forcing you to look for minor trainers that could be the next Joy. Of course, with this comes the ability to do what has been done to you. The thing is, you think you were born identical to the other Nurse Joys, but why go through the trouble of making people into Joys? Why not just clone? Well, I found out that the original Joy would like to someday rule the world with an army of Joys that will do anything because it's in their DNA to follow the original. Cloning would attract too much attention. Plus, the whole I have a lot of identical sisters seems to be a good story. There you have it. Now you know. Wonder how I know this? Well, who's always with Nurse Joy? Who's in the background helping her? It's me, Chansey. Though I was told never to speak of this information, even though I'm a Pokemon. So my advice to you is to come to Pokemon Center at your own risk. You never know. The thing about the real Nurse Joy is she likes to hunt around by herself. So when you're alone sleeping and just relaxing, don't think you'll be safe. She's a nice demonic face to stare at you with. Oh look, I think she just chose another victim. I think it's you. Anyway, so that's told from a Chansey's point of view on the story. And what really scares me is that the fact this story, while a lot of you could say it's not true, it has the possibility of being true there. Because you don't really get any other information about Nurse Joy other than the fact that she just has a lot of identical sisters. You're not really told anything else about the fact. I mean, really? Is it really identical sisters, or is it something a bit more? Maybe she is the way the story tells us. Maybe this is how it happens. You're never really told about the original Nurse Joy or anything, so I mean, if there is a bunch of sisters and there is no original. But anyway, that's just my thought on this creepypasta. It just seems like it could be so realistic. And that it could actually happen. Well, instead of a kid's game, I highly doubt it. But anyway, so that is my idea on this entire creepypasta. I believe it was good. Rated 5 out of 5. It's your boy Nightmare, and I am out.